On the very first day of the new year, Kevin Porter Jr. reportedly left the Toyota Center during the halftime of the Rockets game after coaching staff was calling out players for their performance and effort. The Rockets are currently the worst team in the West at 10-27. And if my favorite team was 10-27 with a lack of effort on both ends, I would hope my coach is on him about it. It's easy to look at the situation and blame Kevin Porter Jr., but enough was said to where even Christian Wood, the team's leading scorer, refused to check back into the game after the speech was given. So the Rockets either have a player problem or a coaching problem. Either way, the team and the coaching staff are clearly not on the same page. He was picked 30th overall in 2019 after a great freshman season at the University of Southern California. But that great season didn't come without any problems either. He was suspended for a game against Oregon for personal conduct issues, and there were even reports saying that the program was strongly considering kicking him off the team due to his off-the-court issues. Like I said, he went on to be drafted 30th overall by the Bucks, but later traded to the Cavs. For the Cavs, he played 50 games, starting 3 of them, and averaged 10 points, shooting 44%. But during that year, he would have multiple outbursts, and towards the end of the season, he got in a rollover car crash. Then, when the police were investigating the crash, they found marijuana in a loaded .45 caliber handgun. Kevin Porter must have a rapper's lawyer though, because all the charges would later be dropped in court. The Cavs took a chance on him and in just one season saw enough. He would later be traded to the team he currently plays for in the Rockets. Then when he got to the Rockets, they sent him down to the G League affiliate after not playing for a little while due to the charges. He would go on to record the first triple-double of the G League season with 27 points, 11 rebounds, and 14 assists. Then when he was brought up by the Rockets, he had a game where he scored 50 points and had 11 assists against the Bucks. The fourth player to have a 50-point game in the NBA before they even turned 21. This season is his third year, and so far he's averaging 13 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 6 assists a game. But he's shooting worse than he ever has, shooting less shots than he did last year. He's shooting 36% from the field while also averaging 4 turnovers a game. Also, not taking that third-year leap that the Rockets were probably hoping for. It really sucks because he's not only shown he can produce in the NBA, but has real potential to be a great player. But it brings up the question, does Kevin Porter Jr. want to be a great player? Ever since a kid, he's gone through a lot. When Kevin was just 4 years old, his dad was shot and killed trying to help someone that was being attacked. He would even go on to pay his respects by going to Rainier Beach High School instead of where he was supposed to go because that's where his dad played. He averaged 27 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists a game, leading them to a state championship. They would end up losing, but Kevin scored 22 points and had 11 rebounds. Kevin Porter Jr. is really good at basketball, but it seems as if basketball isn't really what Kevin wants. That, or he just lost his love for the game, which is even what Paul George said he felt at one point. He grew up with only his mom and probably just has a tough time dealing with his emotions, something a lot of people can relate to. He even had a scary moment for the Cavs where he went on Instagram saying this, "You ever wish to see the end of your time?" And that's why when he came back with the Rockets, so many people were rooting for him. Then fast forward him leaving the arena mid-game, and you hate to see it. Hopefully things just got too heated at halftime due to a struggling half and a struggling season. Maybe things can look up for the Rockets and they move on with both parties taking accountability. Kevin Porter Jr. will play in the league until he doesn't want to play anymore. If the Rockets feel they need to move on, then he's really only got one last shot. The effort was definitely lacking, but you can tell in his numbers. But maybe the way the coach brought it up, it just wasn't said the right way. Kevin's handled adversity in the past and is still learning how to apply it to basketball. At the end of the day, he's still just 21. Most people at 21 aren't making the best decisions and still have a lot to learn, especially players like him that have had the spotlight on him since high school. I'm still rooting for him and hopefully he can put things together. He will be as good as he wants himself to be. But that about wraps up the video. If you did enjoy, please be sure to leave a like and check out some of the other videos on the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.